Hello Gaudi class and welcome to today's maths lesson. We're going to start with our arithmetic. So I need you to decide which challenge you're going to do, challenge 1 or challenge 2. You don't need to do both. Please make sure that it is a challenge and don't just do challenge 1 because you think it's going to be easier. Challenge yourself. And for the extension, I would like at least 3 different answers. So think about the way we've been doing it and the pattern we've been using for the last few days and see if you can do that to help you. So pause the video and come back when you're ready and we'll go through the answers. So let's look at the challenge 1 answers first. I'm just going to change my pen colour because I forgot to do that first. So 7 add 1. So I'm going to put up my 5, 6, 7 and 1 more. So I've now got 5, 6, 7, 8. 8, take away 2. So 5, 6, 7, 8, take away 2, 1, 2, and I'm left with 5, 6. And my next one, 10, add nothing. So I'm not going to add any more fingers. I'm just going to keep my 10, which means I've still got 10. If I don't add any more fingers, I've still got 10. Now the extension, and we're going to do what we've done every single time. So hopefully, if you are finding this too easy, you've got yourself some things to play with. I've got pencils sitting on my table, so that's what I would use. I've just got a pack of colouring pencils. So I would put 19 colouring pencils out, and then I would put them into 2 groups, and I would see how many I've got in one group and see how many I've got in the other group, and then I can add them together. But I'm going to start the way I always do and put all of them in one group. So I've got all my 19 things in one group and I've got nothing in the other group. And then I'm going to move 1 from this group here to this group here. So I'm going to take 1 out of that group, so I'll only have 18 there. And I'm going to move it across, so I've got 1 there. And because I haven't added any more or taken any off of the table, I've still got all my 19. And I'm going to do that again. So now I've got 18 in my first pile and 1 in my second pile. So I'm going to take 1 from this pile and I'm going to move it into this pile. So now I'm going to have 2 in that pile and I've still got 19. And you can keep going. You don't have to do it in an order. You can just put your 19 pencils out, 19 objects out, and just put them into 2 groups and count how many you've got in each group. It doesn't have to be in order. It can just be random. But I hope you found at least 3 different answers. There are 20 different answers you could have had for that one. Right, let's have a look at challenge 2. 13p add 15p. And I'm going to do something a little bit different today. What I'm going to do is I'm going to, because I can see that 13 and 15 doesn't cross over 10s, they're both 5 or less, then I know that I can add that without actually using my 10s and 1s. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add my 13, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add my 10 to that. Okay, so 13 and 10, and I can count in 10s because we've been practicing that in school, and also I know how to do that using my 100 square. So the number under 13 on a 100 square, if I'm adding on 10, is 23. So 13, 23, 33, 43, 53. But I only need to add on 1 lot of 10. So 13 and 1 lot of 10 would be 23. And then from there, I'm going to add my 5. So 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. I could have used my 10s and 1s if I'd wanted to, but I just thought we'd try something a little bit different today. My next one, £32 and £29. Now, because this has got a 9, I know I'm going to have to carry, so I am going to use my 10s and 1s to help me do this. There are different ways I could do this, but I'm not going to confuse you by showing you. I'm just going to do my 10s and 1s. So I'm going to start with my 1s, 2 and 9, 9, 10, 11. I'm going to put my 11 underneath so I can see that this one goes in my 1s and this one comes up here into my 10s. And then I'm going to count my 10s, 3, 4, 5, 6. And like I said, I just counted my 3 first because I know it's my biggest number, added on my 2s because it's next, and then my 1. But because addition is commutative, I could have done 1 add 3 is 4, add another 2 is 5, 6. So it does not matter what order I add them in, as long as I get the right answer. So the answer is £61. And then my next one, 56p take away 10p. And again, I can add and take away tens, multiples of 10. I know how to do that. So 56 take away 10, which means I'm looking for the number above it on the 100 square. So 56, 46. I could use my fingers if I wanted to. I could use a tens and one chance if I wanted to, but I don't need to because actually I know those facts. But if you don't, if you can't remember them, then use your tens and ones. It's absolutely fine. Right, my extension, and like I did on the other side, I am going to start with 42, add 0. And I think I'm going to take away 10 first today. Yesterday I took away 1 first. I'm going to take 10. So I'm going to take 10 from this one. I'm going to move 10 out of that one. So 42, take away 10 is 32. And I'm going to move my 10 over to this side. So 32 add 10 is still 42. Now I'm going to, oh, do you know what? I'm not going to do 1 today. I'm going to do 2. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move 2. I'm going to move 2 away from here. So 32 and take away 2 is going to give me 30. And that means I've got to move my 2 onto the other side. So 12 add 2, oh, sorry, 10 add 2 is 12. And that's still going to give me £42. There are lots and lots of other answers you could have had. There are 43 different ways to make £42. So as long as you found 3 of those ways or more, that's all I asked for. Right, let's look at what we're going to be looking at today in today's lesson. We're going to be carrying on looking at giving change. So we're just going to do pretty much exactly what we did yesterday. So we're going to have a bit of a recap first. I'm buying some candles and they go cost 25p and I have a 50p piece. So I want to know how much change I'm going to have. So I'm going to find the 2 values I've got, 25, there's my 25, and 50, there's my 50. And now I'm going to count from there, from my 50, back to my 25. So I'm doing 1 jump here and 1 jump here because I need to get the yellow row. And then from there, I'm going backwards to my 5. Oops, my mouse hit my keyboard, sorry. So I've got 10 here and 10 here because I jumped up a row, and I've got 1s along here because I'm just going along. So if I'm going up or down, I'm counting in 10s. If I'm going forward or backwards, then I'm counting in 1s. So let's see how many I've got. I've got 10, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So my change is going to be 25p. Have a look at the next one. So let's have a look together, and then I'm going to give you a chance to see if you can work out the answer before I do. Over here, I've got 20 and 20. So I'm not very good at counting in 20s. So I've got 2 10s, that's 20, and another 2 10s, that's 20. So I can go 10, 20, 30, 40. So I know I've got 40p. And the truck is 31p. Now I can see they're both on the same green line, so I'm not going to have to do my jumping up and down. I'm just going to have to go forwards and backwards. So just pause pause the video very quickly and see if you can work out the answer and then come back. Just the answer, you don't need to write out the question. Right, let's have a look. So I'm going from 40, 39, 38, 37, 36, 35, 34, 33, 32, 31. And I have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 jumps. So my change is 9p. Let's do the next one. This time, I want you to think about where the 2 circles need to go on my 100 square. There's a trick here. Well, it's supposed to catch you out. So we have a pound here. I haven't got a pound on my 100 square. Please, please, please don't circle the 1. Can you remember what I do have? What's the same as a pound? That's right. So this is 100 pence. So I'm going to circle my 100. And this one here is 89. To see if you can work out my change. I'm going to go from my 100 to my 90. So I'm going to go up the row. And then from 90, I'm going to go back to 89. So I've done my 10 here and 1 here. That's 10, 11. My change is 11p. Sometimes I think giving change is actually easier than adding. Right, oh, we have some notes here. So we have £5 and we want to buy a hat that's £2. So we're actually doing £5, take away £2. Now, I am going to draw myself a number line. Whoops, it's not very even, is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so I have got £5 and the hat is £2. So I am going to have a look. I'm going 1, 2, 3. So I'm counting back 3. From 5 to 2 is 1, 2, 3. Now, you're going to look at me and go, Mrs Gabella, you did not need a lumber line for that. You could have done that on your hands. 5, take away 2. And actually, Mrs Gabella, seriously, you're in year 2 now. You should know that 5 take away 2 is 3 without having to work that out. Excuse me. But I was trying to do it the same way as we've been doing all the others. But of course, you can use whatever method you like. I'm just showing you, so we're doing the same method. But you can use any method as long as you get the right answer. So I'm going to show you another method for this one. And here I have got a ruler. I'm hoping you can see this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to work out, I've got £10 and I've got a car that's £6. So I am going to put my finger on 10 and my finger on 6. And I'm going to count back from my 10 to my 6. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 jumps. So I've got £4. I could have just done 10 take away 6. I might just know that 10 take away 6 is 4. And I could have done it on a number line, or I could have done it on my 100 square. I'm just trying to show you different methods so you can find one that you find useful. Maybe I should have done this on the last page. Right, so I have got a house. Here's my ruler. That might be a bit clearer for you to see. Here's my house. My house costs I did this yesterday as well, didn't I? My house costs £8. And I have got £10. So I'm going from 10 to 8. Got 9 in the middle, and then 8. I've got 1, 2 jumps. And again, you might know that 10 take away 8 is 2. You wouldn't have needed to do that with me. Just going to rub that one out because I've got another question underneath. I'm going to try that one together as well. So this time I have got a bear that's £13 and I have got a £20 note. So I'm going to count back from 20 to 13. And again, you might not need to do this. You might be looking at me going, okay, I'm going to fast forward through this and get straight to the work. And that would be absolutely fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So my change there is £7. Your turn. So there are 3 challenges, as there always are, and I would like you to do the one that challenges you. So I do not want to see you doing the super easy challenge 1, if actually you know at school we would give you challenge 2 or challenge 3. So please choose the one that challenges you. So on this side here, we've got the money. No, we haven't. On this side here, we've got the item, and on this side here, we've got the money. So the ice creams cost £2, and you've got 1, 2, £3. So you're doing £3, take away £2. I'm writing the answer here. So you can use a ruler, You can use a number line that you draw. You can use your fingers. So you've just got £3, take away £2. So you've just got the answer. Don't mind what method you use. And here we've got £5 and we're taking away a puzzle that costs £4. So that's challenge 1. Challenge 2, we've got 20, we're starting both of these with £20. The first one, you've got to take away £14. So what change would you get if you had £20 and spent £14? And the second one, you've got £20 and you're taking away £8. So how much change would you have? You've got 2 questions there. Challenge 3, you're super rich and you have a £50 note. And you've got this one here, you're buying a fish for £27. It's a very expensive fish. And here you are buying 3 pens, but they are £5 each. So that's a bit of a trick there. So what do you have to do before you can find your change? Okay, be careful. And finally, we've got the extension. So there is a teddy. Is that a teddy? It looks a bit like a teddy for £5. Ron has got this much money. So what you need to do is you need to count up how much money Ron has and just write it so you remember, and then take away your £5. And Mia has got this much money and she's going to buy the teddy. So work out how much money Mia's got. I think that's a little bit easier than Ron. And how much change she would get if she bought the teddy. And you can just write the answer. You don't have to, there's no reasoning today. You don't have to explain how you know. So just how much money will they get back if they buy the teddy? And I will see you for the next lesson.